Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the adventures of a traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and this is the last of the videos here in France, and we are finishing off here in Lyon. So here in Lyon, this is the third largest city of France, and it is a beautiful city. Very much more purely French style of architecture compared to the Alsatian, Colmar, and Strasbourg. But it is a fantastic city, and of course it is known as the gastronomic capital of the world. So I'm looking forward to a lot of good food here. Only have pretty much this afternoon and night to kind of check it all out. We had a lot of rain yesterday when I got in, but it is a beautiful city, and it starts here at the confluence of the Rhone and the Saone River. There's two different rivers that kind of pass through and divide Lyon, and it is a beautiful, beautiful city, well worth visiting if you're ever in southern France. And of course, the food is fantastic. Now, the history of Lyon goes all the way back to the Roman times. We're gonna go check out the Roman Amphitheater, and then of course, up on the hill, there is a Notre Dame Basilica up there as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this tour of Lyon. So something really nice to do when you're in Lyon is if you just like going for a walk, going for a stroll, and seeing the city, one of the great things is come down to the riverside, either whether you do the Rhone side or the Saone side. I'm here on the Saone side here, and the great thing about the Saone side is you just come down to this area and you can just kind of walk the boardwalk all the way down the river. And you get these great views of like the Basilica, the Notre Dame Basilica in the background, old citadel that used to be there. You can even see part of the walls are still there, the old medieval walls. But it's just a nice little walk. You can just go up and down the city on both sides. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, if you're ever in Lyon, one of the things is to kind of take in the city and take in the river areas as well. Those are kind of like the most beautiful areas. Even at nighttime, it all gets all lit up, which is really cool. So when you're heading up to the Notre Dame Basilica, you're going to come through the west side of Lyon, and this is the old town. It's a really, really nice area. It's got a bunch of just little shops, restaurants, cafes, things like that. It's not as pristine as the main part of Lyon across the river, but it is kind of got that rustic old French feel, you know, French village style. So you kind of still get a lot of that flair and flavor when you are on the west side. So it's definitely worth it. You know, it's got those cobblestone streets, which are really nice, and it's my favorite part. I love these kind of like almost medieval style towns or parts of cities compared to the more modern. So, but that's just me. Okay, and so below me here is the Roman Theater, here atop the western side of Lyon. As you can see in the background, you have this beautiful view of the whole Lyon area and the town. But it is an absolutely fantastic site. I'm a big Roman historian buff myself, and like this is not an arena. This is not gladiatorial fights, but this is where down there on the stage, actors would put on performances, plays, politicians would come and speak their mind to the audiences here. You know, this was a open forum for the Romans, and you sit here and you've got 2,000 years of ghosts that go here. Of course, this being the oldest part of Lyon from back when it was the town of Lugdunum. So, but it is a fantastic place. I love this kind of stuff. They do have a museum that's over there along that side. I think it's about 12 or 13 euros to get in, But it is a really, really nice area. This area right here, the theater, is it's self-free. You just walk up. You can take the funicular up, or you can just walk up the hill. It's a bit of a hike, but it's well worth it. Definitely for the views, in particular, of Lyon. So, alrighty. Now, I'm a little hungry. Let's go find something to eat, shall we? Okay, so I'm up here at the Cathedral Basilica, and before we actually tour the cathedral itself, I had to get something to eat. I'm very, very hungry. But I came to the little cafe. Nothing crazy, nothing big, but I did get a couple of things that looked really good. One that's got this little pig on it. This is a meat pie. It's just a chilled meat pie. I'm going to try this. Oh, that's pretty good. Nice and flaky crust. Crust is really nice. So I believe it's pate, so pig liver. But very good, very good. And then the big one is this nice steamy, fluffy saucisson brioche. It's basically like a pork bun. You know, you open it up and it's just got that steam coming out. You got that big old piece of pork in there. Let's just try this. Good pork. Nice bun. Very soft. Very nice. Nothing special, nothing crazy, but for, you know, a little cafe next to a big tourist attraction, pretty good, I will say. A+. Okay, so now that the belly is full, we're out here on the kind of like the promenade from the cathedral, which is right behind me. But before we go in and check and see if we can get inside, you have the view that you've got to take a look at. It is absolutely phenomenal. It gives you the whole view of all of Lyon, the Rhone Valley, this whole district, all the way out towards the mountains near the Alps. It's just absolutely beautifully breathtaking. And I can actually see from here where the main Christmas market is. So we're going to head down there in a little bit. But yeah, we're going to go check out this cathedral. See if we can get inside. It is a late 19th century cathedral. It's actually not too much older than Sacré-Cœur back in Paris. If you haven't watched that, definitely check out that video in my channel. But I think it was finished in 1896 or 1897. So it is a very, very young cathedral compared to a lot of the European ones. But I mean, they put it in the best spot. You can't really have a better view than that. That's pretty fantastic. So, all right, well, let's go check it out and see if we can get inside. So that was absolutely gorgeous inside. I mean, you want to talk about, I would say that's probably the most artistic, beautiful inside of a cathedral or church I've ever seen. That's including the Notre Dame before it burned down. I mean, the colors in there, the mosaics along the entire wall, that was basically the entire wall, was, oh my God, it was amazing. But all right, so I'm back down in Western Lyon, and I'm gonna head towards the city center, and then we're gonna go check out the Christmas market and see if we can get something to eat there or at a restaurant. We'll see where it takes us. So, point of note, the Ferris wheel is just the Ferris wheel. It doesn't have a market around it. So I know that there's another market that's south of here that I went through earlier just to see. But I thought the one with the Ferris wheel was going to be the one that like had the big market. So I'm guessing that was the big market I was at earlier. Anyway, Ferris wheel looks nice. That's really cool. Alrighty, onwards, south. So this little record store has the Dragon Ball Z record, like for a record player. I am half tempted to buy it, even though I don't personally have a record player, because that's just freaking cool. It even has like silhouettes of the Dragon Ball Z characters. Sorry, I'm nerding out, but oh my god, that's really cool. So obligatory hot chocolate. Ooh, that's even more rich and creamier than the one I had in Colmar in the last video. That's kind of sticky. I mean, that's really good, but that is very thick and rich. Wow, I've never had hot chocolate like that. I like it, but that's different. That's different. Christmas market at Place Carnot. It was very nice, very fantastic. Enjoyed it. It was very cozy. It wasn't, you know, as crazy as, say, like the Paris one was. Just kind of like nice stalls, good people. Had a couple of girls that were like, take pictures of us. It was a lot of fun. But now that I'm done with that, come over here to L'Atelier, just across the road, and have a nice beer. I'm having Victoria. It's a Belgian blonde ale. So, gonna try this. Ooh, I love Belgian ales. It's so good. And usually higher alcohol content. So, but I think this is like 6.57 per blonde. Really nice. But I'm gonna have my beer here, and then I'm gonna make my way over to a restaurant that I'm hoping I don't need a reservation, like in the last video. We're not gonna strike out 3 times tonight, I swear to God. So the restaurant that I'm at is called Flair Restaurant, and it's a French and Japanese fusion restaurant where they basically do one menu for the day, and you have a couple different choices, but it's just one menu. It's not super expensive, in all honesty. Even the most expensive 3-course menu is for 48 euros, which is actually not that bad. That's with 2 entrees. I'm probably just gonna have the one. So that'll set me about like 34, 36, and then of course you get a beer. But they give you like a little starter when you walked in, like this little, it looks like a shot, but it's a, this is some kind of vegetable soup that they have going on real quick. Let me try that. Yeah, it's basically like a vegetable creamy soup, but it's really, really good. But this place is, I looked it up, very top rated, and I'm super, super excited. I know a lot of people, you think you want to go to the hot restaurant, stuff like that. First and foremost, I cannot afford some of that stuff. Like, just the 3-course meal here is about where I want to go for the night. I don't want to go to about 70, 80 euros, particularly after La Viadange in Paris. I got about 5 more weeks left of vacation, so we gotta pump the brakes. But yeah, if you're ever in Lyon, check this place out. I'm super excited. I've heard a lot of great stuff about it, even from the person that I'm renting my Airbnb from. So let's get to eating. Okay, so I got my amuse-bouche, which is part of like a 3-course meal, but it's not one of the courses. It's basically just to kind of get the appetite going. And it's this little tuna dish that they have, which has got some kind of like cheese cream on top, little chunks of tuna mixed in near the bottom, and then just like little onion on top, fried onion. So let me try that. That tuna is really good, and it tastes like it almost tastes like very, very light, almost melted cream cheese, but it's not cream cheese. I'm not Boisson. It tastes like Boisson cheese, that kind of like spreadable cheese, which is that actually that's really good. Nice little starter, and I think they topped it up with a little kind of like pesto on there as well. That's really good. Okay, so first course came out, and it is the duck foie gras. So it's duck liver, which is of course a typical French, with they put on, I'm not sure what kind of fruit it, but it looks like pear,
And then he told me it was a potato soup, like a cold potato soup, almost like think of like a cold potato gazpacho, with a sweet potato chip on top, and of course, home fresh baked bread as well. So we're gonna try all this. Oh my God. That is so good. Just a light, fruity sweetness, and I think I was right. That's pear. That is really good. The foie gras is fantastic. I know not a lot of people, not a lot of people are big into foie gras, but so good. Oh my God, I'm a big fan. And that sweet potato gazpacho is absolutely fantastic. Wow. Okay, so for my main meal, I have a lot white. It's a river fish. It's a white river fish, and it's got a couple different types of carrots. You have tricolor carrots with carrot cream, and then of course you have 2 different types of Japanese mushrooms, including the shiitake mushrooms. I forget the name of the second one, but it looks absolutely fantastic. It's very light, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Ooh. Now that is good. That is very good. You get a little sweetness from the carrot. The fish is actually rather light. There's not like any kind of like overarching flavors to that. And I'm not the biggest fan of mushrooms, but it goes very, very well into this. It actually, like, it would not work as well without the mushrooms. This is fantastic. And very healthy too. So, very well done. Okay, so dessert is this kind of like, it's a little mixture plate of like white chocolate. There's kind of like this, it's like a light chocolate ice cream. And then just some kind of like sweet breadcrumbs, a little jelly, and mango chunks, as like marinated mango chunks, as well as like these kind of like dried mango on there as well. So I'm going to kind of like take like a mixture of a little bit of everything and just kind of put it all onto one spoon. See what we get out of that. Oh, that's really good. That's very good. You have that white chocolate front, the fruit kind of mixes in. Absolutely fantastic. Actually, the dried mango wafer is actually probably my favorite part. Just give me a bag of those. That's fantastic. And the ice cream is really, really good as well. It's a nice capper for the meal. Real good. Well done.
Whew. Okay, that was a fantastic dinner. Flair restaurant is amazing in Lyon. I looked back there and I got to talking to the wait staff. The chef is Japanese born, but he is French trained, so he kind of like mixes French and Japanese together. So it was really, really good, and I highly recommend it. And it wasn't too expensive. You know, it was a 3-course meal. It wasn't like, it didn't fill you up too big, but it was just enough to be comfortable. And it was about 36 euros. So, you know, you're paying for about 12 euros a course, which is not too bad. You know, that's, I'd say, about standard for a casual fine kind of place. And they treat it like fine dining, you know. They switch out your utensils and all that. So, you know, per course. So, but it was really, really good, and I had a great time today. I hope you guys did as well, joining me on this trip. Thank you so much for doing that, and I hope to see you guys on the next adventure, where I will be in Italy for the next couple of videos. So, Travel Dons, thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give us a like, give us a comment, tell me what you liked about the video today. If you've been to Lyon, let me know about your favorite places in town as well, and I will see you guys on the next adventure. Peace out, guys.